Today we are bringing you the 8 different species of Bigfoot from around the world. So if you guys like these kind of stories, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of these stories. So with that being said, let's get started on the different species of Bigfoot from around the world. Everyone knows about the legend of Sasquatch, a tall, hairy ape man that roams the forests of the Pacific Northwest. But what most people are familiar with is only one type of Bigfoot. Whether they are a separate species, subspecies, or just a different variety, there are others. Almost every culture in the world has one legend or another of an elusive ape man that can never be captured but is sighted occasionally deep into the wilderness. These are the 8 most common. Sasquatch, a name that is almost interchangeable with Bigfoot, is actually a more specific term for the North American variety. Sasquatches have been around for as long as humans, according to Native American legends, and are thought to have crossed the Bering Strait along with other people and other animals. They were generally considered to be a spirit of the forest, but they were also reportedly spotted on rare occasions as a physical creature. Now, the Sasquatch are tall, black, brown, really long hair, And then we have the Wendigo, is a Native American legend about a spirit that manifests itself in a form of large animals, often as a Sasquatch. It is said to have an insatiable hunger to devour mankind, and true to the legend, whenever it is reported to show up, unexpected and violent deaths follow. Some say it is a very vengeful spirit, while others claim to have encountered an interdimensional being. But either way, it is an example of a Bigfoot relative that is from out of this world. Now, the Wendigo is considered brown to black in color, so I would say more black than brown. Then we have the Skunk Ape, are almost exact the same as Sasquatch with a couple exceptions to them. First, they live in the bogs and swamps of Florida rather than forests and mountains. Second, they stink. The stench has been associated with methane-filled bogs, but some say it comes straight from the beasts themselves. Skunk apes are black to brownish red in color. Then we have Grassman, is another name for Sasquatch, but more specific. Grassman reside only in Ohio and some other neighboring states. They feed mostly on livestock, but also hunt in the Appalachians and eat plants from the forest. Grassman, black to brown in color, really long matted hair, I guess you could say. And then we have the Yeti, or abominable snowman as everybody has called it for many years. Reside in the Himalayas in Nepal and Tibet. Some say Yeti are the original variety of Bigfoot, and the others diffused and evolved from them over the course of the many years. They are characterized by white or yellowish white fur and a stockier build than Sasquatches. They are often confused with the Arctic variety of Sasquatch, which has a similar color but is found in the far north of North America. Yeti, they are white to brown and white mixed in color. Then we have the Urine, or another mysterious ape-like creature, rumored to inhabit rural southern China. They are even more closely related to the North American Sasquatch than their neighbors, the Yeti. They are known to be malevolent to humans and even to eat them. And there are legends that Chinese travelers in the mountains wore tubes on their arms so they can slide out of them and escape when the Urine captures them. It is more likely that these tubes were intended to prevent frostbite. Well, that's a good, option there, but who really knows? But I would say more or less to protect against, from frostbite, from all the cold weather that you have to endure in that area. And the Urine, of course, are black to brown and reddish in color. And then we have the Mapengari, is another possible Bigfoot relative living deep in South American rainforest. Some say it's humanoid, while others describe a partially bipedal bear-like creature with sloth claws. And I'm talking sloth claws like nails as long as mine and yours, like probably about that big, that can literally just sink into a tree or anything. I'm guessing they could use them to, you know, climb trees to, you know, if they had to protect themselves or go after prey. Whether it is a Bigfoot relative or a remnant of an ancient species of megafauna thought to be extinct is heavily debated. The scientifically accepted explanation is that it might be a giant ground sloth, which was previously believed to be extinct. Now they have proven that I have researched that they have found some type of creature like that, and they are supposedly trying to use that DNA to possibly bring that type of species back. So it will, you know, maybe in a few years from now, maybe it will exist, which that would be pretty cool. And then we have the Yowie, Squatch's violent Aussie cousin, has been reported to exist in the bush well before Australia was discovered. The Aboriginals described ape-like beast found in the forest near the coast that had lived there for as long as they had. Yowies are thought to be considerably more violent toward humans than Squatches, although they have not been reported to have eaten anyone yet. There are others too: the Almas of Kazakhstan, the Orang Pendek of Sumatra, the Chuchana of Siberia, and the Ibu Gogo of Indonesia are all considered subspecies of Bigfoot, but are too elusive to find good pictures and evidence to support that. Still, it can hardly be a coincidence that every part of the world has some sort of legend of a Bigfoot. In fact, that may be the single best evidence of their existence. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you like stories like these, please go to our YouTube channel, hit like, subscribe, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Just leave any comments or questions on any of this below, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks, guys.